So I am a little late. I did actually schedule a stream. I'm gonna put this over here like right away. My good excuse is that I overslept. I literally just overslept for whatever reason you want to say. I overslept. I for some reason, well, actually not for some reason, I had a terrible time getting to sleep last night, and I know exactly why I did. What happened was that I was talking to a buddy of mine. He called me when he got off work, which was at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. And so he said, hey, blah, blah, blah. I'm on my way home, blah, blah, blah. And I jokingly said to him, I said, well, cool, man, bring me some McDonald's. And I said, bring me some McDonald's. And he's like, I'll totally bring you some McDonald's. And I'm like, no, you won't. No, you won't. And he said, yeah, just tell me what you want. So I told him what I wanted, and he brought me the McDonald's. He literally brought me to McDonald's. Now I had the McDonald's at 8:45, 9 o'clock, and I tore it down because I mean it was McDonald's. You're not going to not tear down McDonald's, right? So I ate and I ate and I ate, and then at around 9 o'clock or so, let me check something. But then around 9 o'clock, 9:30, because I stayed up a little bit later. I was like, all right, well, I just ate. I gotta stay up a little bit later. So I stayed up a little bit later and decided that I needed to go to sleep. I wanted to go to sleep, and this is around 10 o'clock. Now, for me, getting in bed at 10 o'clock is rare. Normally, I am in bed by 9 o'clock. So staying up out of bed till 10 o'clock, much less wanting to, is extremely rare. So try to take the dog on a walk. There's lightning storms, and then blah blah blah. Get in bed, and it's like 11:30, and I'm still just feeling wide awake. Like, oh god, I'm regretting it. 12 o'clock comes around, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put my head down. I had already taken my Ambien at this point. I'm gonna put my head down. I'm gonna see what happens. Let's put my head down. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. I lay there for like over an hour, and it refused to happen. Like nothing was happening. And so eventually 1 o'clock rolls around, still awake. Nothing. So I tell myself, okay, if I'm and I knew what I needed, and I don't know how much of this was in my head, how much of it was the fact that I had food in my stomach, or how much was a combination of the both. But I knew I needed some like ZQuil, and so I was like, okay, well, you know, sorry, I know, but I didn't have any ZQuil. I was out of ZQuil. So I said, okay, well, if I am not asleep by 1:30 in the morning, I am going to go get some ZQuil. I was awake. So what did I do? I went to 7-Eleven. I walked because I had taken Ambien and I did not want to drive in that state. So it was, not a long walk. I walked, and then I came back. I took my NyQuil, got back in bed. But now I was kind of like awake from the walk, so I had to like calm down from the walk. And so it was just all around just I didn't get to sleep until like 2:30, and yeah, so I finally got to sleep, and here we are, starting the stream late. So I apologize if anybody. I know Captain Fandom Nerd. He often hops in the chat room, and he's usually the first one here. Like whenever I see one viewer at the beginning of the show, I'm always like, that's probably Captain Fandom Nerd, because I know damn well it's not my friend Pat, my good old pal Joe. So let's get started before we have any distractions or anything like that.